like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? We're here with another episode, another SOS, and another phenomenal time on the number one show with the biggest impact and the sweetest flow. Y'all know it's a YPC podcast, ho. And coming up, we got a good SOS for y'all. It is dudes wearing shorter shorts than they woman. But before we get into that, I absolutely gotta recommend y'all give a round of applause real quick, because JB is back in the building. Y'all make some noise for Jello real quick.
All right. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is another episode of YPC. I am happy to be here, happy to be learning from y'all, and I'm happy to give my opinion and advice as much as I can.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate him for being on here as usual. He gonna be a regular for a little while, so y'all can get used to him bringing his tidbits, his knowledge to y'all as much as we possibly can. With that being said, let's get into that SOS I was just talking about. I keep telling y'all I'm gonna bring y'all one that's gonna be a satisfied versus a sin, but it's not gonna be today, because I seen this at the gym and it irked my nerves the first time, and then it irked my nerves the last time. Dudes wearing shorter shorts than they women. Jello, let's go ahead. Let me break this down for you. Because I know a woman, it's not just me, I know a woman who said it. This is ridiculous and y'all low-key look gay. Just being honest here, okay? Listen to me. If you go into we get it, you got nice legs, we get it, you got the muscles and stuff. But if you low-key wearing some athletic Daisy Dukes to the gym, and then your girl got on like some biker shorts, that should be a problem for you. Like the fact that you look over at your girl and her shorts are longer than yours. Okay, I've been to the store one time, and there was a guy in a booth at a restaurant. It was at a restaurant, not a store, my bad, y'all. It was a restaurant. And bro literally is in his shorts come up to like damn near where his crevice start. And I'm like, what the? And then I look at his girl. She got on some regular jeans. She thick, don't get me wrong, she was fine, but she got on regular jeans. And he out here with shorts damn near his crotch area. And I'm like, what you got going on? So let's talk about it, because I'm sick of it. Stop. Wear some regular men's shorts. There's basketball shorts out there that don't have to go past your knees. I'm wearing some right now, so I know it to be proven to be true. But I still walk around the gym looking like a grown-ass man.
I get it, but that's a new thing nowadays. Apparently it's called what? Hoochie Daddy shorts, right? I'm not gonna say
Hoochie Daddy.
Look, man, I didn't make the name up. I'm out here picking it up off the street. I've been seeing a lot of guys walking around with it, all right? So apparently some shorts that are like really out there that are tight and, show them legs, and some females are attracted to that, okay? I don't know it, bro. I just see it. And I say it how it is. Personally, I would never wear that. I wear something that are like shorts, but I wouldn't wear something extra short. Because sometimes I sit down and I feel like this thing is going up my ass crack. And I don't like that shit. I do not mess with that, all right? So if you're out there, one of the guys wearing them shorts, look, just be careful who you're around with, Some guys might look at it. Because, people are out there openly gay. So they might want to holler at you. And they don't be mad. Don't be mad if they holler at you. You wearing something for them to holler at you.
Well, right? I mean, it's different if you actually part of the LGBTQ community.
That is true.
Like, because I know a guy who's part of or whatever, the LMNOP community. I know a guy...
Woo!
I know a guy part of the LMNOP community, and... he wear like them leggings that girls be wearing. What you call them ones? The ones that look like
little tights and stuff.
It looked like the darn symbiote that Venom had crawling across the Spider-Man suit. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Yeah. So
symbiote.
It's not like like the damn symbiote shit when they was first crawled on the suit.
Yeah.
When it was like had little tears in it and stuff.
All black and stuff.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Okay.
But I see him at the gym all the time, and he's obviously, I can tell that he's gay, but that makes sense. But these are like
straight man, bulky, and
dudes walking around here looking like bodybuilders. I'm like, I can't.
Popeyes.
I said, how am I supposed to respect
They
you?
look like they eat their spinach. Right?
Yeah, how am I supposed to respect you while you out here with your little sister shorts on? I don't.
Stop wearing your little sister shorts.
Bro, I don't get it. All right, it's a sin. It gotta stop today. Hoochie Daddy is. If you ain't gonna stop wearing the shorts, you at least need to stop saying that name. Y'all gotta change that name to something. Hoochie Daddy shorts is a. You know, Hoochie Mama is an old school term for hoe. So Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Never mind.
If it fits, you know,
If it fits, it fits. I guess. Yeah, man. Y'all comment. I'm gonna drop some. I didn't drop one yesterday because I dropped more so like some other snippets. But yeah, man, y'all put in the comments on Instagram at YPC Pod or YouTube or iHeartRadio, whichever one y'all want to do. Throw some comments in. Is it a sin or satisfied for Hoochie Daddy shorts? That might be the podcast name. I'm gonna say
Hoochie Daddy.
Episode 3 gonna be named Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy.
They like Hoochie Daddy. Okay, what the heck is he talking about? All right, y'all. So let's get serious because y'all know we here to help. We here to educate, give y'all some knowledge. Now, with this next topic, once again, y'all know I've been going through all this legal stuff from the last episode, like we talked about. So I haven't had much time to really, I guess, indulge in coming up with a really, really good topic. So I've been kind of letting Jello kind of take the reins in the last episode with the last topic because of what I had going on. And I'm kind of letting him take the reins again. I'm actually finally on the back end of it. Thank God. You know, I'm on the back end. I got a hearing and stuff coming up, but we're going to see, you know. May the Lord be there, may the Lord be my lawyer, okay?
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel, please.
Somebody help me.
Help. What Kevin Hart said? Nigga.
Help me.
Help me. But yeah, so what we talking about today, y'all, is I'm going to go ahead and open it up, I guess. It's marriage somewhat. So we're all talking about marriage, but not just that in the sense what we're going to be talking about is, number one, like the role of a husband or a wife. Now, with that being said, I get it. I'm not married, and I have not ever been married. My boy Jello has been married, so he has a little bit of insight on that. But I feel like, although I haven't been married, watching my parents get a divorce, watching my aunts get divorces, I have seen the bits and pieces. I've taken bits and pieces and bits and chunks from all these different marriages that either were success or failures. My mom and dad, unfortunately did not have a successful one. But, and Steve, people like Steve Harvey, he had 2 unsuccessful ones. But the woman he with now, that man is in love with that woman. And I've genuinely taken some bits and pieces from Steve Harvey and his wife's relationships. And I've applied it to myself and who I can be as a husband, as a wife. But to that point, let's talk about the role as a husband or a wife. First of all, let's go to the back. Let's wind the back. How about we talk about the definition of and I guess that's the same thing as a role, but I feel like there's a difference between, hey, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and what the hell is a husband in the first place, or what the hell is a wife in the first place. So let's start there. What is a husband or what is a wife?
Good question, brother. Look, so I am not God, Jesus, or anybody that has superior knowledge of anything like that. But from my own opinion, right, from my own knowledge, and I do feel like people learn better from experience than just seeing. There's nothing wrong about learning from seeing, but maybe I learn better from experience because you know how there's different sort of learners. There's visual learners. There's hands-on learners. Maybe I'm more of a hands-on type of person. But from my own experience, I feel like the definition of a husband and the definition of a wife is simple as in this is your significant other, right? There's this image of how you're supposed to be, but in reality, there's no guide to it. There's things that work for others, and there's things that don't work for others. So what I was trying to say is the definition of a husband and the definition of a wife is what are you guys to each other, right? Are you guys significant others, and how do you fulfill each other? So the goal is not to be the other person to be half of you, your happiness, but you're supposed to bring the joy to the other person. You're happy regardless of that person, but there's a difference between happiness and joy. So I feel like your significant other is someone that should bring joy into your life, and joy is something permanent, while happiness is temporary. So that's my opinion on that.
I agree. I also feel like for your Bible readers out there, it's just like when they say, God hit a piece of rib out of Adam. He created Eve. I feel like everybody looking for that piece of rib. I feel like everybody looking for that piece of rib, man. I feel like there are a lot of good men in this world. There really are. But there are no great men without a great woman. I feel like a woman helps complete a man, and so I feel like the role of a husband and a wife are kind of, they say it's almost like a two people, two beings, two species that together can create one unit. I feel like as a husband, it's we are definitely providers. We are strong. We're powerful. We're safety, for whoever our significant other is. I also feel like that is what a woman is to a man. I feel like sometimes women do forget that, in the sense of like, hey, yes, he is a provider. Yes, he is the one who takes care of me, the one that keeps me safe. But I also feel like that's your job to keep him safe too, because dudes go through a lot, and I get it. Some women don't want to work, some women don't. Some women do, some women don't. But I feel like if you're keeping him safe and he's keeping you safe, then then it's never that. I feel like that helps the marriage flow better, And I feel like if you're more focused on what makes him happy, if he's more focused on what makes you happy, it makes the marriage flows better. Which brings it to the next point of, the role of a husband and a wife. I know my personal thoughts on it is, but I feel like it comes with knowing your role. I feel like it comes with knowing, hey, what am I supposed to do as this woman's person? What am I supposed to do as this man's person? Or, if you're part of element of the community, my partner, whatever it could be. But okay, maybe
you should stop saying elemental P community.
Okay,
elemental P community.
All right, but you know what I'm saying? LGBTQ SQ elemental P. But no,
Jesus.
But all right, but nah, seriously, on a serious note, like I feel like knowing that role of what am I supposed to do to make him or her happy, or what am I supposed to do to make him happy, and I feel like that plays a distinctive part in what makes a marriage a success is by you knowing what your role is. And I feel like a lot of people get into a marriage not even knowing what their job is. That's what a role is. When I hear role, I hear job. Like not like job isn't like it's a chore or something you clock in and clock out of. This is
you can't clock out of this one.
You can't clock out of this one. This is a life partnership, and I feel like with this one, knowing what your job is like knowing what your role is literally like it's like I feel like 50% of how you create a successful marriage. But let's talk about it though. Like what should your role be? Let's start with husbands. What should so women don't think we just jumping on them and they catch an attitude. What should a role be as a husband?
All right. So personally, this is what I'm gonna say, right? In order to define the role of a woman or a man in a marriage, we should see how the staging of dating went first, because that's what build up. There's a build up to it. There's a foundation. There's a foundation to it that gets to, hey, I'm married to you. Before you get to married, right? there is a stage of relationships that I feel like there's 4 stages, right? That's when the fourth one is marriage, of course. And that's when you should know. I'm not saying you should know because knowing is a pretty solid word. You should have a solid idea of what your role is to that person. Because I can't just say the role of a husband is this and whatever role you are portraying, because I said it is not the role that works for you in your relationship, right? So there's 4 stages of dating. Shout out to my cousin. She said this to me a long while ago because I was looking for some advice, right? So she said there's courting, right? When you're courting someone is when, I guess they so-called the talking stage, right? When you're courting someone is when you find out how that person works without you, right? How that person works alone. Who are they outside of you? Like, who are you? Like, I know this person has a hobby. This person is this person is moving on their own, right? And the second stage is when you're dating them. How do we look together? Now that you are alone, if I insert myself into your life, how do we work? So we start not only talking, we start dating, right? And then a lot of people skip that stage. They're just dating, hence relationship, and just jump straight to marriage. But the right stage to be at is being a fiance. That's when you're already like you were making a solid step to being a marriage, right? And a fiance is how will we look how as time goes along, right? So now we've been together for a minute and time is slowly passing by. How do we look? And by the time we choose to get married, I like what I see. So now with that person comes love languages, because you're learning those along the way. You learn love languages. You see how they react towards certain things. You see how their peculiarities. People avoid the red flags, and there's always gonna be a flaw. Nobody's perfect, but you gotta love the perfect imperfections in your partner. In order to,
Come on now.
in order to love the perfect imperfections, you got to realize and not be blinded when their red flags is shown to you. But how do you feel about this? Are you gonna accept it, or are you just gonna, holla out? So now, once you accept that, you're like, okay, now I can see what I can be for that person. My role is to be a pillar for that person. My role as a man is to be a pillar, because maybe I don't need to be a financial pillar because she's independent. Maybe I don't need to be an emotional pillar because the way she don't need nobody like that. I don't ever want to be needed by a woman. That's one thing I always say to myself. I want a woman to simply want me. She wants me, but without me, she's everything. And with me, she's even better. But that's it. She doesn't need me. So with that being said, there are things that she won't be desperate enough to do. There are things that she will do out of the kindness of her heart because she is giving her time and attention to me, not out of a necessity, not because she feels like, damn, if I don't do that, my rent won't be paid. She feels the need to do that because she's like, damn, I simply want to do that for this man. That's what I say. I always want to be wanted by a woman, not needed. So with that being said, the role of a man fits whatever the partner requires of them. Sometimes the women like for men to make them feel safe. Okay, there's a thing about big men that makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like I can walk outside in the dark, and I'm like, oh, I got my man with me. Okay, they feel safe. They don't feel judged, right? They feel like you can talk to them. There's a lot of little connection that a woman is looking for. Personally, that's what I think the role of a man is, right? To provide the comfort and safety, not physically necessarily, but the safety of mind and heart that a woman is looking for. The safety of mind and heart, because when she tells you something, she is sure that you're not going to go out there and use that against her. She is sure you're not going to go out there and backstab her or tell people about those secrets that she has spilled to you. I feel like that's the biggest intimacy right there. Spilling your guts to someone and that is being used against you. That is crazy because people do think intimacy is a lot of sex, a lot of the body on body, but that's not what intimacy is. Intimacy is usually when you give a piece of your mind, a piece of your thought to that person and they're willing to use it against you as a weapon. But the intimacy is knowing that this person, you can talk to them freely and they can walk out this room and you can't wait till you talk to them back. It's a simply talking is enough. Simply talking, you feel so close to that person. I feel like that's a form of intimacy. And sometimes that simply is the role of a man. Other times, the man needs to be a provider. This is the big thing. When it came from the early 2000s or mid 1900s, the role of a man was different from how it is now, because back then the economy was a bit different, so it was easier for a man to be simply a provider, to be the only one working, where a woman was to stay a home mom, and the man would come home and they'll be like, oh, I put food on a table, I put a house over a roof, you need to respect it. It's not like that no more. The times are changing, so we need to change with it. So that's my opinion on the role of a man. That's not the woman. I haven't said anything.
I agree. I feel like also, I want to go backtrack real quick. You mentioned love language. If you first, let's get a little transparent with the audience real quick. What's your love language? I know mine's is easily physical touch.
I think mine is also physical touch, but my biggest one is words of affirmation, right? I love to be recognized, even if I don't say it. I love to be, I don't know, it's like knowing that I didn't have to do anything for you to come to me and say, hey, I love you. Or, hey, I don't know, you're doing great today. Hey, are you okay? Hey, I miss you. It's words of affirmation that makes me feel good, that I'm like, damn, I must really be doing so. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to go ahead and break the world for you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, babe, you really did this for me. I really appreciate it. And it's not even things I would really be doing. It would be things I would do on a day-to-day. But due to the fact that I slightly think about it, I don't do it just to get the appreciation. But because I get the appreciation, it makes me want to do it more. It makes me want to do more. Little things, little things. Like, there are small little things you wouldn't even notice. Like, let's say I get off the bed and I put your shoes right next to each other. I don't know. That's just a simple thing. I put your shoes right next to each other because I know the way you get off the bed.
Coffee or something. She didn't even say thank you.
Exactly. It's like,
you can see that cup of coffee I left for you, girl. Oh, my bad. Thank you.
But
you
in reality, I didn't do it just to get the compliment. But since I get a little appreciation, I'm like, oh, makes me want to do it more. I wonder what I could do next time. You know what I mean?
Nah, I want the compliment. If I make you some coffee, goddamn, no, I'm joking.
Love language is two things for me: word of affirmation and physical touch.
If I have to say my number two, because that physical touch is a big one for me, and I feel like the other one would probably be gifts. And I feel like it's because that's what I lacked a lot as a kid. Don't take it the wrong way. It's not like,
you ain't got no gift, kid.
Nah, but
no Christmas gifts.
Nah, but I guess I mean, like, because, like, so my birthday, for y'all, those of y'all don't know, my birthday's like 3 weeks after Christmas. So I either caught the scraps of what was left after Christmas, or I had to wait until somebody else's birthday, and then while we celebrate their birthday, say, here, we ain't forget about you. You know? So,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, right? So it's like, I guess because I never really received, I've never had a birthday party. I've never actually, like, and if I did get gifts, it was always, like, something I wanted, yes, but it was never, like, nothing extravagant, I guess. So when I see people give me, like, pop up and like, oh, man, here you go, and it's like an extravagant gift.
It makes you feel some type of way.
It makes me feel some type of way because it's something that's never done for me before. Same thing with physical touch. My dad was never really there because he worked all the time. My mom, she grew up in a household where her mom's not very, like, lovey-dovey. Her mom's more like...
The most physical touch you get is the smack in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Shut up, Chris.
That was a physical touch. But nah, like, the whole, like, giving me hugs and kisses. We did get it, but not as much, I guess, as I felt like I wanted it, as much as I need, because I got in trouble so much. So it was like I felt like I lacked that love, I guess, in a sense. So when I grew up, although I healed from it, it's like now, I guess... When I do get physical touch, or if I do get a big gift, it makes me feel more love than I already do, because it was something that it reminded me, oh man, I didn't get this as a kid, Not to say I don't like the other stuff, but I guess it's like...
Those things to you.
Yeah, those things make sense. Because, like, words of affirmation, I do like words of affirmation sometimes, but I guess for me, it's hard for me to accept a compliment. Not because I'm weird, nothing like that. It's just like
Weirdo.
shut up. But I guess it's like, people have told me, "Oh, thank you so much," like for me doing something for them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, left me high and dry. People have told me, "Oh, thank you so much," and then, like, later on, like,
it sounds like you've been used for your kindness.
Yeah,
the compliments they give you feel
I've gotten used for my kindness so much to the point where it's like now, when you tell me thank you, I'm like, oh, it's no problem, because I guess it's not a good thing. I guess it's really not really a good thing. But I guess I got used to doing things for people, whether they appreciate it or not. So now when you say thank you, I'm like, what? I'm just. Because, like, I know a friend of mine, like I take out the trash. You taking out the trash? Oh, my God. Like, you didn't have to do that. And I'm like, it's just the trash. Mm-hmm. But I did it for, but I do it for people all the time, But it's like, they see it as such a big gesture. And it's like, to me, I'm like,
it's nothing.
It's just the trash. Like, it's full. Somebody got to do it. But, But as far as roles of husband, I definitely agree with you saying. I feel like I heard this on a movie once. I don't know if y'all ever heard this movie before, but if you haven't, you should go check it out. It's a movie called Fireproof, made by a guy named, I want to say Adam Kendrick. I want to say it's Adam Kendrick. Let me look it up while I'm talking. But yeah, that's a good movie to check out. It's about a married couple that go through some crap.
Oh, I think I watched that movie. Was he a fireman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did the little Love Dare thing.
I know that movie. It was a very good movie.
It was a good movie.
That was,
and I feel there was a part in the movie where he he had to do something. It was something along the lines of it was called Alex Kendrick. It was Alex Kendrick. My bad. But so Alex Kendrick made the movie. But they talked a part in the Dare where he said he had to study his woman and learning, her likes, her dislikes, everything like that. I feel like the problem with a lot of men is we study our women
until you get them.
Until we get them.
And then
once you get to the promised land, which we all know, the land of milk and honey, we know exactly where it lives. We know exactly where it lies. But once we get to that point, we stop. It's like, I don't got it now. I'm chilling. Now, I don't have to do nothing else. Mm-hmm. Nigga, yes, the fuck you do. Like, like I don't know where you got this idea of.
Yeah.
You just posted your well, that's it. Call it quits. I'm clocking out for the day.
Nah.
It's like, nah, bro. This is a business. This is your woman. This is like
you gotta keep it going.
This is your partner. This is your life partner. You don't just stop because now you got her. Nah, because guess what? I'm telling you, go watch the movie. He's like, they said in school you study until you get a high school diploma, and then you go into college. And you study until you get your college degree, which will be associate's, then a bachelor's degree, and so forth, and your master's, and your PhD. He said, and this is what I was thinking, he just said college degree, but I'm just going in depth. But think about that. If you have to study from 1 to 12th grade just to get a high school diploma, and then you still have to study for 4 years to get a bachelor's, or 2 years to get an associate's, and you still got to study for another year to get a master's, and then another 2 years to get a PhD, do you really think you got to do all that studying for a piece of paper and you don't have to continuously study for a human being? Women I don't know if it's in the Bible or if it's in like another book I've read this, but they say women are one of the most complex, their minds are one of the most complex minds ever. They say women are just that complex. The way they think, everything they think about and everything. So if they're that complex that we already have a hard time understanding them half the time anyways.
Tell me again.
Don't you?
Boy, I struggle.
Bruh, if it's already hard for us as men to understand women anyways, don't you think that maybe stopping at the promised land might not be a good idea? Because what happens if one day she flipped the script on something you ain't never seen before? What you gonna do? Just call her crazy?
Nah, yeah, because you be like, oh, she crazy. You never act like this before. Well, maybe you never look deeper than that.
Yeah, and maybe she is crazy, but there you can. the best way, the best offense is a good defense. Okay, so I'm like, if you knew where the crazy was coming from, then maybe you might be able to defend yourself in a sense of not defending yourself, but defending in the sense of, hey, let me go ahead and take care of the house or take care of this, because this is usually when she starts, because
tripping out.
Because maybe her, maybe this is what happens when her period come on, or maybe this just happens because of trauma that she's still healing from. Maybe this just happens because, oh man, this is the month her brother died, so she gonna be a little antsy. Or maybe this is when
you don't stop trying, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, it's for your partners. You do not stop trying at all. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Don't be lazy, because that's how you stop. Like you were saying, just to piggyback off what you were saying earlier, how you keep studying in order to get a high school diploma, you keep studying to get a college degree, and if you're in the medical field, you keep studying every goddamn year because there's a new update. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Exactly. Every year, oh shit, this book changed. Now I gotta write this new. I gotta study this new procedure.
We can't give shots like this no more. Now,
now you gotta rub it and put the bevel down instead of up.
What?
What? What? That don't make sense. It won't catch you by surprise if you stay up to date. And this is the same thing with your women and men. To be honest, I'm not gonna say something, but men do flips the script too. Men sometimes be thinking different. They think they got it, and they be like, "Oh yes, I'm not the same no more." Or the man became more enlightened, and he's subtly drinking tea instead of sipping Hennessy. I'm just saying. I
give y'all a perfect example. If y'all think we just out here just talking trash, I give y'all a perfect example. I use myself as an example. I ain't scared. I'm the kind of person that loves to talk. Usually, I'm a naturally shy person on the inside. When it comes down to what,
how does that make sense? You're shy on the inside,
so
you don't talk. You're shy on the inside. You don't talk to yourself, brother.
Oh my god. Anyways, I'm naturally shy on the inside. I'm naturally shy in the sense of when I go up to go approach a woman or something like that, I am naturally nervous. Because I'm a naturally shy person. Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot of guts to walk up and, talk to a woman and, plead your case on why she should give you her number, right? But at the same time, because I'm such a conversationist and because I do love to talk, in that sense, it comes easy in a sense of me being able to open the conversation or break the ice. My point behind that is, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I kind of forgot my point. What was we talking about?
It's probably that shyness on the inside that got to you.
Darren, what was I about to say? Dang, I'm about to share something with y'all.
You're shy approaching women sometimes.
Nah, go back before that. What was we saying before that?
I don't know, man.
God dang it.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so yeah.
Don't stop, look, guys. When you get your woman right, it's a point. You got to continue. Okay.
I just remember
110 at all time.
I just remember. Thank you, Lord. This guy. So what I was gonna say was, I feel like a lot of times it catches people off guard with me. The fact that although I love to talk, I have days when I just don't feel like talking. I promise you. It comes at random. I don't know if it's like a feeling, because maybe I'm just feeling that. Maybe I'm just tired or whatever. But it's like days when I'm tired and I'm just if I'm just exhausted because I've been doing a lot. For example, last week, I woke up at 4 a.m. every single day to go train somebody at the gym. And then still had to come home, get dressed, and then go to work and be to work by 6. Yeah.
Wouldn't be me.
So I'm up already 2 hours before most of the people I even work with are even up. And it drained me. So then I come to work on, I think, Thursday or Friday, and then my sergeant looking at me, and he like, what's your problem? You got an attitude today? No, it's 5 a.m., and I don't feel like talking to you. And then when I say stuff like that, people catch an attitude like, his little bipolar ass, like, what's wrong with him? But truth be told, if more people would get to know me better, they would know, hey, Williams is a cool person, but when he tired, leave him alone.
He's just not about it right now.
When he's tired, he's frustrated. And I tell people all the time, if you really know me, like you say you know me, I'm much more of a mean person when I'm frustrated than when I'm pissed off. And I know it don't make sense, but it's because when I'm pissed off, I'm going to yell, I'm going to fight, and then I'm done. I'm going to cool off real fast. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned.
Yeah.
I done whack a man upside the head because I was tired.
But when I'm frustrated, it's like a tick. And it's like, it's going to take a minute because I have to get past that tick. And then the more you bother me or ask me stupid questions, it's like almost like a fire that got started and you adding fuel to it.
Keep stroking the fire.
That's what my frustration looks like. Point in blank, I feel like people I've dated didn't study me because people who should have studied me, women, dudes and only ones, women need to be studying their men too. And I feel like women didn't study me. So then when those days came, when I came home from work and I just was exhausted, they come ask me 6 billion questions. If you really knew me, you would know, hey, he looked like he exhausted from day, or he already told me his day was kind of rough. Let me just have his food together, or let me just see what he wants to eat. If he wants to eat anything, if he doesn't respond, just leave him alone. Let him calm down for a second, go get a shower. Eventually he'll come in and talk. Sometimes that's all I need. It's like a good 10 minutes of silence, and I'll be fine.
What's
but
that
I
word
never
they use? Decompress?
To decompress.
Exactly.
But I never get the decompression because you ask me a dumb question, and then this person asks me a dumb question, and then all of a sudden I snap. And then when I snap, now I'm an asshole. When it's like, there's
a pattern to it.
There's a pattern to it. It builds up, right? And I feel like some dudes and women, y'all get caught in the fire, and y'all just assume, oh, my woman crazy. Oh, man, he doing too much. What's his problem? What I do to him? But in all actuality, it's probably something that happened, and there was a build up to it. And if you really knew your man, or if you really knew your woman, you would have seen what the heck was going on from the beginning. Or even if you didn't see it, even if you did get caught in the crossfire, you would knew how to defend yourself and saying, hey, this happened before, and the last time this happened, she had a rough day. So let me just give her some time before I catch it. Because you catching the attitude with them is not going to make their attitude go away. Mm-hmm. Who you think you talking to like that? Not everybody in the house has got a random ass attitude. And it's like, you know, you ever heard 2 negatives don't make a positive, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Guess what? 2 attitudes ain't going to make 1 attitude of the 2 go away. Now, you really think if I'm pissed off right now, I'm about to come apologize to you because you pissed off because I'm pissed off? No, take your whole ass in the room and sit down somewhere.
All right. No, so that is true. That makes sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, stop being complacent in your relationship. Keep learning.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Stop being complacent.
Say it one more time.
Stop being goddamn complacent. All right. Learn about your lovers. Learn about your partners. Because they're here. They grow and change every day, every minute. Learn and grow with them. That's what I ask from my partner. The growth, the continuous growth. As I continue to learn about you, I want you to continue and look at me. Well, don't be a science experiment now, because my girl's in psychology now. She's studying me like a goddamn science experiment.
Wait, she's studying what?
She's studying me like a goddamn science experiment because she's into psychology.
Oh, she studies psychology?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No, yeah. But so now she'd be like, I've seen this pattern before. And I'm like, God damn it. No, that's not cute, okay? Because I'm like, God damn it, I can't even be mad at now because she already know how to counter it. But point of the story is...
it's like a video game. Dang it, quit using counter moves.
I've seen this before, you know?
How you do that? Is it L? Is it L? Is the back button?
XX and triangle and circle. What? And all of a sudden, I'm not mad no more, you know? I don't like it. Let me get there. And then you can calm it down. But point of the story is she continues to learn. In my previous relationship, anyway, words, right? And my previous relationship, I had that issue where my partner wasn't really properly learning about me, right? She was expecting me to know or do certain things without communicating those things. And I'm not saying I was expecting her to know certain things about me by then because of how I previously reacted to that same situation. If I react the same way to a situation 7 times, what makes you think the 8th time is going to be any different? I'm not saying, yes, give me the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So, it didn't work out, obviously. But with that being said, stop being complacent, ladies and gentlemen. Learn to love your partners the proper way, not the way you think they need to be loved. That's what love languages are there for.
I'm just saying, man, it really is true. And if you haven't catched this by now, ladies, the role of a man is not that much different from the role of a woman. Now, yes, you're going to be a little bit more feminine. Yes, you're going to be able to, taking care of your man, maybe in not the same exact way as he's taking care of you. But it still comes down to the point of knowing your role, studying your partner, being there for your partner, learning how to defend yourself, because there might come a time where he have a rough day at work. So maybe it's not the right time to come ask him, about, something that you need.
Why aren't this cabinet fixed yet? What?
Yeah. maybe the cabinet door ain't the biggest conversation starter right now. Maybe the reason that he left, maybe he did cook this morning, and maybe he did forget to wash one plate. I'll give you that. And maybe he left a dirty plate in the sink. And then I completely understand, man, you should learn how to clean up after yourself and all this stuff. But if he don't have a rough day, which one you think is more stressful right now? The dirty plate, or the fact that him and his boss got into it and he may or may not have a job tomorrow? Maybe we should talk about that, because, sometimes I feel like, yes, things do need to be talked about, ladies, but everything is not about when you want to talk about it, okay? Because you got, once again, studying your partner. Your partner may be the guy that wants to talk, or a woman that wants to talk about something right then. But then guess what? You may not be, or vice versa. He may be the kind of person where he needs to simmer down for a second before he talks about it. And you might want to talk about it right then. And learning your partner means, hey, I really, really want to talk about this right now, but if I do,
it doesn't get better.
It's not going to get anywhere. It's going to be talking to like a hot-ass brick wall, because he pissed off, and the words is just bouncing off the wall. It's not even getting inside his ear. Forget in one ear out the other. It's not even getting to him. It's just bouncing off the wall. You're not getting anywhere, because the only thing he care about is who pissed him off at work. So sometimes learning your partner means taking a second. Let him simmer down. Let him figure it out.
Let him decompress.
And
if you're his piece, I guarantee you, most of the time he's going to come to you and just want to hug you and just not say anything.
Exactly.
Hug, sit there, you rub. You know there's problems to be talked about. Know there are things to be talked about, but you're just going to put your hand in his hair. Maybe that's what he needs.
Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Give him a 20-minute head rub.
Woman playing with my hair is it is the kryptonite to all my anger. If I come home from work pissed off and I lay on my baby chest, put my face in her damn titties, and then she just started playing with my hair, bruh.
All problems just melted away.
I'm either gonna do two things. I'm either start moaning or I'm gonna fall asleep.
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
But that's the point, though. To reach that point, the woman must be your piece. You gotta know that you're coming home to a woman that's not gonna nag at you, right? How are you going to do that if you're not creating that space? How are you going to do that if your man knows that the moment he gets home, the first thing you want to talk about is how he didn't take the trash out last night?
Come on now.
I mean, I'm not saying it's okay for him to do that. I'm not saying don't mention it. Give him some time. Let him decompress. Let him kind of wash the day away. And then when he comes back, he's talking to you. I'm like, hey, babe, you didn't take out the trash last night. I was like, damn, I forgot. You know what? I'll do extra. I'll wash the dishes and I'll take the trash out. Sometimes it just works out, man.
Yeah, and I'm like that. And you know what? That kind of coexists with both topic 2 and 3. Because we had 2 more. But it kind of coexists together. Because what I was going, because literally what that is defining the difference between equality and inequality. First of all, before we go to that, backtrack for a second. You remember that TV show that we was talking about on, I think, episode 1 about the little balloon popping thing?
Oh, yeah.
It was a guy on there who said that crap. Like, she asked him, how do you like to, once again, he was learning different people. So they was going around asking questions, and then, like, he was like, I think the question was, how do you like to solve conflict? He said, I'm the kind of guy, I want to handle it head on. Like, I don't want to do nothing else until we get this solved. He said, so we can go, so that way we don't have to go on with the rest of our day being mad at each other. And she said that resonated with her because she's the same exact way. And then they ended up going on a date together. Key word, it resonated with her. So they found out that their communication skills are exactly the same. But guess what? If you have a partner where your communication skills aren't necessarily the same, that's not going to work that way. You can't force your partner to communicate the way you communicate because you communicate that way. Either A, do more research on the person that you're potentially trying to date and find somebody who has the same communication skills as you. Or if you say, oh man, dude, or hey, she way too fine, and I just don't even care right now. I got to have it.
We already know your chest you're using.
That's on you. But just know your communication skills may not be the same. And don't try to force her or don't try to force him to be on the same wavelength as you as far as communication. Your communications might be different. But if you continue to study each other as this relationship progresses, y'all will learn how to communicate with each other better. Y'all will learn to figure things out in a way where y'all can be on even playing field versus
one forcing each other's opinions.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Blow up every time.
That's exactly how my current partner and I is, right? So we have different communication skills, especially to solving conflicts, right? I'm not a hands-on person, right? If I see the problem escalating, I'm the top person to be like, all right, look, I'm going to take a step back, right? I'm going to talk to you later. I need time to breathe because I do not like getting on arguments where words, people that say sticks and stone may break my bones, word will never hurt me. That's a damn lie. Words hurt.
That is a big ass lie.
Because
I'm going to find that fool who said that. I'm whooping his ass tomorrow.
Because words hurt, all right? And I'm the type of person, the moment I get into a heated conversation and I know it's getting worse, before I say anything that hurts you and hurt me in return, because I know I'm going to feel sorry for saying that, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to back up for a second. We can get back to this later, because I'd rather have this conversation when my mind is clear instead of going at it right now. Because if we go at it, we're just trying to talk over each other. We're just trying to scream instead of properly having a conversation and finding a solution for the conflict. So, how we deal with that? Learning your partner's way. I very well understand how it is with her, and I'm pretty sure she understands how it is with me right now. So, with that being said, how we deal with that. So, what we talk about is depend on how bad the situation is. Depends on how bad the conflict is, right? We can try it your way. If it doesn't work, then you try it my way. Compromising works, people. Compromising works. I damn well know I want to avoid all sort of situation as long as it gets worse. But I know my partner is not that type of person. The moment I get off the phone, I stop thinking about it completely. Hence, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm about to breathe. I'm about to meditate. I'm about to do whatever the hell I want to. But she's not like that. She's continuously going to think about that. She's like, what he's doing. You know what I'm trying to say? So at the same time, how do we compromise with that? I'm like, hey, we can try it your way. So it depends on how bad it is, right? If it's like something minor, we're going to try it your way. And if it's your way, it fixed. Okay, cool. Even if you fix it right away, people just emotional just boom, all of a sudden I'm happy again. Nah, it takes time to get back in the groove of happiness or the joy. But so at the end of the day, we try it both ways. Some communications require heads on and some doesn't. So that's how it works. So the inequality thing and equality thing, that's exactly where it comes in, and how you treat your partner, whose strength, right? Who we using. Like I was taking a quick example before we started the show today on how being equal. There is no such thing as being equal in a marriage or relationship, period, because I don't believe in that. At some point, your weakness is not my weakness, and my strength is not yours. And we got to know each other's weakness and strength, right? Let's say I'm a public speaker and you're not. Obviously, you're going to start shaking your boots when you speak, see a bunch of people, and I'm not like that. You're going to let me take the lead. And at the same time, as a man, I'm not going to feel any type of way if my woman's strength is to talk to people, to be social, and she knows she got the plug, she know how to do that. I'm going to let her do her thing, okay? I'm going to let her do her thing. If she is by being social, talking to people, getting us places, boy, girl, you go do your thing. I know that's your strength, and that's my weakness. I can't do that, and that's hers. So I'm going to do that. That's why I don't believe there is such thing as being equal in a relationship.
So if that's the case, then how come we got so many women always complain about wanting to be equal, even though that they're never going to be equal?
I don't know.
Straight to pot.
I'm not. I'm. You really
to pot,
are. You really are putting a little. Why is it spicy? Putting a little spice in it. I totally get it. Some women really want to feel like, hey, I'm in the house, we're equal, and I don't really believe that's a thing, especially in a marriage. I don't know. Like it doesn't really matter who makes the most money.
It doesn't. It's like there's some things that I feel like you're not gonna be able to do, or there's some things that maybe you can do, but God damn it, why would you want to? Like it's like I'm just being honest. Like I get to women like I can do that. This whole independence thing, I get it. Be an independent, proud black woman, white woman, whoever. Mm-hmm. But I feel like yes, you can pump your gas, but do you want to? Like if you got a man there who's willing to pump your gas for you, let that man pump your gas.
You know that's funny. That I had this interaction with somebody once upon a time in the past. Right? She wanted to change her own headlights. And I'm like, I can do that. She was like, nah, I want to do that. And I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to watch you do that. So I watched her go under the car. And then, it wasn't negative interaction whatsoever because it was more of a funny thing because she really just wanted to enjoy the fact that she could do it herself. And I'm like, okay, I let her do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not that if she didn't want to, she would have just told me to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, she wanted to do it. She put the effort into it. And at the end, we were high-fiving and laughing. It didn't make me feel less of a man for her wanting to do something different. For her wanting to go out there and learn. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, why would you want to do certain things when you know your man can do it? Why would you want to do certain things when you know your woman can do it? Unless you want to do it. If you want to be the one cooking for the whole week next week, be it. I'm pretty sure the woman's going to look at you like, if she likes cooking, she'll be like, you're in my kitchen, but you want to cook. You can go ahead and cook. All right? Yeah. But she ain't going to smack you out the kitchen unless you're out here cooking burnt roast chicken. All right? Look.
Yeah, if you burning shit.
If you burning shit, that's the different thing.
Yeah, you get out the kitchen.
If you only putting salt.
You got to go.
If you're only putting salt and pepper and colored seasoning, you gotta go.
If I'm not just salt and pepper on some chicken. I'm about to be like my mama. I'm gonna grab the TV.
Look, if you didn't know I'm black, salt and pepper ain't enough. Now you know.
Salt and pepper is definitely not enough. I don't know who told y'all that. All you need is salt and pepper on a steak. No,
brother, get out of here. Get out of here. All right.
Yeah, that's when you grab the TV remote like your mama did back in the day. Whoom! Get out the kitchen.
Get out. You see them chickens trying to fly. Ooh, damn, that was right enough target. Look.
But, man, I feel like that comes into a point of breaking that cycle of, like, who has to do what. It's like, I feel like we've been taught not we, but I feel like people have been taught for so many years.
If we say we, we're talking about the generation.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we as a generation have been taught for so many years that the man is provider, the man supposed to bring in the bread and butter, and then the woman's supposed to be home with the kids. Mm-hmm. That now, it's like,
times are changing.
Now times are changing. And then, although times are changing, now it's so many women out here that are feeling some type of way because there's less men doing that now. That now they're on their high horse of, I'm an independent black woman, and da-da-da-da, or I'm an independent woman, and da-da-da-da-da. And so now, when they come inside the house, they trying to be the man of the house and the woman of the house at the same time.
And they wonder why they're still single.
And they wonder,
Let me stop. Woo, why is it spicy? I'm sorry. I remember seeing this post a couple days ago that was like, the woman like, I have a home, I do this, I have my own business, I cook, I clean, I do all this, why am I still single? And I'm like, and then in the comments it said, maybe you're trying to be the man and the woman at the same time. I'm like,
if you're doing all that, then what you need a man for? Exactly. I'm sorry to tell you, but look, at the end of the day, y'all,
maybe she just wants a man.
Maybe you want a man, but you obviously ain't been putting in the work to get one. Because I'm tired to tell you, but a man's going to want to know that, A, you give a crap that they're there for you. Mm-hmm. But if you always show that you don't care by maybe you don't necessarily say it, but if you're showing it with your actions. If you putting your own gas in your car, something happened to your car, you don't even call him and tell him about it. You go get it done yourself. You know, you got your own house. You got all these different things that, you're doing on your own. Then the man feel like the only thing he got to provide is good dick. So, with that being, I'm just being honest. So, with that being said,
better put the work on, brother.
Now you got a dude who you think is being a butthole because you want him to be there. You want him to be this. You want him to be yours, and he feel like there's no point in being yours because I ain't got no job to do but give you this. I can give you this and go back home. You know, so it's like, and I'm not saying that's y'all fault, ladies, but at the same time, I am, because it's like, what y'all have to realize is, for men and for women, we got to break that cycle of a man should be giving 80% and a woman should be giving 20, or however do you want to put it, or that cycle of I can do everything by myself, I'm independent. Guess what? In a real healthy relationship, I personally believe it should be 50-50. And when you hear 50-50, no, women and men, that does not mean 50% and your 50% to create 100%. No, that means you giving 110, 120%, and he giving 110, 120%. And then that, if y'all both give 110, 120%, guess what? Now y'all both putting in y'all 50 of that 110, 120, which means y'all are always a step of the curve. Y'all are always above, y'all always 2-3 steps ahead of other people. Meaning, when things need to get done, y'all both got it together. Y'all both doing things on y'all own end to make things better for each other. You doing what you need to do to take care of him. He doing what he need to do to take care of you. And then even if there's a day when one of you get tired and one of y'all start slacking a little bit, you're not slacking enough to the point where you start to fall off. And if you do fall off, your partner.
That's why your partner is already giving 110.
Your partner's already giving 110. And then he's right there to say, hey, babe, what's going on? Hey, let me help you out. Or hey, let's get it back together. Hey, I get it. You're going through this, but hey, can you do it? That's where that extra 110% is when that good communication comes in. That's when that good defense comes in. Because now you realize your partner's falling off. And guess what? You've been studying her enough to know that, hey, if my significant other is acting like this, maybe I should go and, talk to her about it. Or if that's not her commitment, maybe I should give her time to breathe and then go talk to her later and say, hey, what's going on? I know you've been acting like this lately. I know things been kind of slacking off for you. What's been going on? What can I do to get you back to your 110, 120%? So then guess what? When you do that for them, they're going to reciprocate it. But the problem is a lot of y'all...
Because they know you are holding them up or holding them together. And when they were down, so they're going to do the same thing. They want to do the same thing.
A lot of y'all, either y'all don't know your partner, you don't know what your job is, you with a woman that's with this whole I'm an independent woman thing and want to do everything herself. So guess what? Now, but you like her so much.
Because of her fat ass.
Because of her ass or whatever. To the point where now, you know what you in? You in a relationship that I like to call crabs in the barrel method. Crabs in the barrel method, if you've never seen crabs in the barrel before, a bunch of crabs in the barrel, you know what they do? They pull each other down to get to the top, to get out the barrel. And guess what? None of them ever get out the barrel.
None of them, because they keep pulling each other down.
And that's all y'all do. Both of y'all both of y'all like bad teeth. Y'all trying to fight to the front, and it's like, you ever seen people with ragged teeth? Their teeth is so messed up, like their teeth trying to fight each other to the front. People say that joke. That's literally what their relationship looks like. Y'all both trying to fight each other to see who can be in front.
Not realizing you both can get out the barrel if you work together.
Y'all both can.
One push the other one up, the other one that's up.
When it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine. And when it's her time to shine, it's her time
let
to
her
shine. But guess what? You supporting her helps you shine too. The first thing people are going to say, oh man, y'all should have seen girl, man, was right there with her. Or man, you should have seen, man, dude brought his girl her. He was doing this for her. He was
cheering so damn loud, half of the crowd could hear him.
It don't make you less of a man to cheer your woman on. And it don't make you less of a woman to cheer your man on.
It really doesn't.
It really don't. And y'all have that sense of idea of thinking that it do, but it don't. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Another thing, when it says you don't need a man, right? You want a man, but you must make the man feel wanted. So there's this cute thing some women do, right? When they're cleaning the house alone and you're not home, they're lifting the couch on their own. And when you're home, they're like, oh man, honey, I wish I could lift this couch just so you could lift the couch. That's when you feel like, oh my God, I must be important. This house is not getting clean without my arms around. But she know damn well she could do this shit on her own, okay? But because you're around, she just wants you to be involved in it. I'm just saying, make your man feel wanted, even if you don't need him, because you shouldn't be needing anybody. But you should make him feel wanted if you want him. That's it.
Exactly. And can I just say one more thing? This is for the women. I'm about to stir the pot again, and if you don't like it, respectfully, I don't give a damn. Stop holding on to stuff that happened so long ago. And I can't say it just for women. That's for men too.
That is true.
Women and men. Let me say that. Women and men. Y'all gotta stop holding on to stuff. I feel like y'all would get pissed off with your significant other, and you will hold a grudge. I'm talking like, the old saying goes, it takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile. Mm-hmm. Guess what? That's a true statement, man. Like, there's a medical professional on the phone right now, and he can tell you, like, y'all be holding grudges about the smallest stuff, and it makes your whole day go to crap over some of the dumbest things, some of the most pettiest arguments. And it's like, if y'all would learn how to some things just don't need to be talked about. I get it, okay? Some things you want done, and I get it. You've been asking him, or you've been asking her to do this over and over and over again. But some things, look, you're gonna have to learn to let some stuff go. Like, and be, some things you're gonna have to give some. You know how many times God has given us a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance, or a fifth chance over some of the things we've done. And guess what? You still here. But yet still you can't give your man or your woman a second chance on this or that. Now, I get it.
We're not talking about cheating.
We're not talking about cheating.
Okay. I was like, hold up, guys. Slow down.
I personally feel like, I'm a firm believer, like, if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't have laid down and did it. So I have never taken anybody back who has cheated on me. And yes, I have been cheated on. Now, I get it in a marriage is different, because if you got kids and stuff, it becomes a thing. That I get it. I know. I'm gonna let you. I know you're gonna come back and dwell on that. I feel like some people are gonna think that, hey, when you got like 3 kids with this person, we don't build a whole life together. So they attempt to get back with that person. I have a family member, not gonna name his names, who cheated. And
is it John?
No,
I'm kidding.
But
put his name out there. John, I hear you, John.
I have a family member who cheated, and the other family member was pissed off, but they worked it out, and they ended up even having another child together after they worked it out, which proves it is possible to give that person that second chance. But I feel like part of them working it out is because the one who was hurt didn't keep bringing it back up after they said, "Hey, we
forgive you."
Well, if you forgive the fool, forgive the fool. Mm-hmm. But if you ain't gonna forgive him, if you're gonna keep on bringing it up, that means you really didn't forgive him.
You obviously didn't.
You still mad. So if you're gonna still be mad, or if you still feel like you ain't gonna be able to let it go, or you're not gonna be able to get past it, then just leave him alone. Let it go and move on and find somebody else. But if you're going to stick with the person, the only way y'all going to be able to grow, the only way y'all going to be able to move forward is if you let it go and actually say, hey, yeah, I truly do forgive you. This guy. But I know you would. Go ahead, make your point.
I wasn't going to say nothing crazy. I just didn't agree with the chances thing, with the whole cheating thing. I got cheated on once too. And I totally do agree. Sometimes if the marriage is worth it, sometimes the cheating... I personally don't really believe cheating is an accident. Oh, you accidentally took your pants off and put it somewhere, in and out, in and out. It takes effort to move. I'm not saying anything. I'm not really lazy, but it takes a lot of effort to be constantly doing something. So if you're cheating, I really do think, like, even if you're drunk, it's something like you wanted to do.
Some people say, oh man, yeah, it didn't mean nothing to me. I didn't really want to do it.
Sure meant something at the time.
And it's like, if you didn't really want to do it, you wouldn't lay down and did it. That's just, and like the dude put a gun to your head and say, open your legs. I mean, if that's the case, then you got raped.
And that's the whole different story.
And my next question is, why'd you wait 3 months to find out that maybe I should call the police. You know, should have called the police the day that it happened. You know, but the fact 3 months later,
that I had to find out on my own.
3 months later, I read the text messages, and then you just not want to tell me 3 months later that you got raped.
Nah, that's definitely.
We could have been whooped his ass. No.
Find out who it was, you know. But point of the story is, it's not okay to do that. It is okay to give your partner chances, and because they will make mistakes. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, loving the perfect imperfection of your partner is the way to go. They are imperfect, but I'm not talking about cheating, okay? I'm not talking about the big bad habits that they seem to not get off. Because the real reason you're dating someone is to know how you look together, okay? If you already know he had a gambling habit, don't be out here thinking you're the one who's going to fix it, okay?
Come on now.
I'm just saying, who are you?
Come on now.
I don't know. Who do you think you are to fix his gambling problem he had since he was 15? Okay? Now, my boy, 47, he's out here gambling his life away, and you think, oh, I'm going to make him a changed man. No.
If he doesn't want to change, he's not going to change. I've heard this once before, and I think it's the truest statement ever. I don't know if you agree with it, but I think it's very true. All men can change, and all men will change. But there is only one woman we changing for. And if you ain't that one woman, you going to get whatever it is. If I've been gambling this whole time, and you've been telling me to stop gambling, and I still ain't stop gambling,
you ain't the woman.
You ain't the one.
You ain't the one.
But if you tell me to stop gambling, and say, if you don't stop gambling, I'm going to leave, and I stop gambling because I don't want you to leave, girl, you the one.
People change for who they want to change for and themselves.
Thank you. That's just what it is, man. I know this topic was a little rough. We went a little bit over this time, man.
Oh yeah, we just
it.
Started going.
we were almost a whole nother, But yeah, man. I definitely feel like this is a good topic. I hope it wasn't too rough on y'all. I just want y'all to be better, man. I really do. And I feel like, yes, I may not be married, but I do have a guy on the phone who has been. Mm-hmm. And I feel like these are things y'all need to think about, man. Like, I'm surprisingly I've spent years, like when I was from like 16, 17 years old, all the way until I was like 24, I was studying on stuff about relationships. And I studied because one of my goals was to be the best husband I could be and the best man I could be. And if I have a kid, be the best father I can be. But it started with, I started studying relationships. And that's when I got into psychology, trying to learn about the mind. Some of y'all don't even know how complex the mind is to be able to understand what you should be doing as a person, let alone as a husband. And I just feel like these are things that needs to be talked about. These are things that needs to be recognized. So once again, I got my boy Jello for another amazing topic. I didn't realize I was going to get this passion in it because
we just started going.
I told y'all I'll be trying to calm down the cussing, but y'all can tell when I really get into it because when I start going in, I start going in. But man, I definitely appreciate y'all for listening in for another good episode. I appreciate my boy Jello once again for coming out. Can y'all please give my man a round of applause? Clap it up. This man's phenomenal. Always giving good advice. Always giving good knowledge.
I try. Because I be fumbling out here sometimes. You never know, man.
It be like that.
I'm a human, too.
I'm trying to tell you. Also, man, like I said, if y'all want to go check out an amazing church, for my Christian people, y'all can go check out Reconciliation International Ministries. If y'all want to know why I always shout them out, it's not just because I'm trying to put on an image. I shout this church out because even though I don't even go there currently because I'm all the way over in Seattle and they're in Georgia, I shout them out because I was going through a rough time, and those people, when I didn't feel love, then people showed me love. When I didn't feel like anybody cared or gave a damn about me, them people showed that they cared and they actually cared about me, and they still do. Like, they still call, check up on me, they still make a point to make sure I'm all right. So I'm telling you, if you're the kind of person who feel like you don't have a home or feel like you don't have a family, those people will definitely, I'm talking about from day one, didn't even know my name, and I still got nothing but love, and it's because of the leader that's there and the people that's surrounded by him. and that leader is Bishop Darrell E. Williams. So, 1905 High Point Road in Snellville, Georgia. Please go check him out. If you're in town, if you're near Georgia, he would love to have you, and it's gonna be a good time, man. I feel like you're gonna have a good time. And it's gonna be a good moment for you. But definitely have to shout them out, as well as while we're shouting people out, we also need to shout out as well as we also got to shout out Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and our number one sponsor that makes us the number one show on the West Coast with the biggest impact and the sweetest flow. That is none other than iHeartRadio, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise for iHeartRadio real quick. All of our podcast hosts, all of our people that represent us on a daily basis. We appreciate y'all for keeping us rocking. Appreciate Spreaker.com for setting up our platform for us. Make sure y'all check out, once again, make sure y'all comment in the comments too about the SOS topic. Men in short shorts.
The Hoochie Daddy shorts.
The Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy got to go. And they got to go today. I'm sick of that. Hoochie Daddy got to go. Man, we love y'all. Till next time. Tomorrow's a new day, so let go of everything today that might wreck it. Go find your partner and get naked.
Don't be complacent.
We out of here.